Hello everyone, this is Chrism and I'd like to welcome you to another conversation about your Kundalini awakening experience. In this conversation I would like to discuss the slings and arrows of humanity. And I'm going to reach up here real quick just a little bit here. There we go. Okay. The slings and arrows of humanity. When you're Kundalini awakened or Kundalini activated, you may be, if you have done it on purpose, if you have gone out and received Shaktipat or received a system that allowed you to awaken your Kundalini, you may have put yourself into a jar of needles. And the Kundalini may every now and again come and shake up that jar. This is done on purpose so that you can do this one thing. This is one of the major things that you'll want to do during these periods of trial and tribulation, which you will have. It's not all sugar plum fairies and candy canes in the Kundalini awakening journey. What you'll need to do is you'll need to learn how to turn the arrows into roses. Turn the arrows into roses. You'll need to be able to figure out how to assess situations that are hurtful to you or irritating to you or in some way taking you away from your peace. And we're going to wait here for a second. Woohoo! Look at that. This guy on a motorcycle coasting with the motor completely off, coasting down Mount Shasta. Good guy, I like that. There's, anyway, so you need to turn the arrows into roses. This is something you'll have to do over and over and over again as you live within the society that you're living in. If you're out in the wilderness or you're in a cave or, some other kind of really austere experience, the arrows will come in a different form, typically in the form of entities. In this scenario, you get entities and people as entities, and animals as entities, and the environment as entities. And so within a society, you'll get more slings and arrows than you would be if you were alone in the jungle or alone here on Mount Shasta or alone in some other type of a situation where you don't have to deal with the craziness that sometimes occurs within society. One of the ways to do this is to recognize when you're being angered, irritated, or hurt. Now, you would think, wow, Chrism, that's just a brilliant observation, How else would I do that? Well, you have to learn how to stop yourself within the flow of life. Okay? And we have another car coming, so in a moment I'm going to step aside. But you have to be able to stop yourself within the flow of life. Just like I did, right there. I stopped myself in the flow of this video to allow, a certain thing, a car to go by. Well, you'll have to stop yourself in the flow of life to be able to examine the situation. Wow, what is it about that little kid, that's crying or having a difficult time around me that's really irritating? What's going on with me? And how do I turn that into, that arrow of irritation into a rose of the roses of success, to use the well-worn metaphor. And one way that you could do that is you could place yourself in the position of that parent and hearing that child's life speaking to you in that way. And what a glorious thing that is. To hear the cry of a child is to hear the cry of all of us. The cry of humanity, the cry of innocence, the cry of, the issue that child is going through at the same time. And so you could turn that into a rose. And I highly suggest that you begin to adopt that kind of a format. Pain is going to come to you inside the Kundalini awakening journey, no matter what you do. Okay, part of the transformation is to be birthed into a different kind of being, and that birthing process is drawn out. It can be long, and it can be hurtful at times. Not all the time. Not all the time, but some of the time. Okay, this little technique that I'm giving you, turning the arrows into roses, allows you a way to also transmute larger problems into larger blooms, into larger points of beauty and wise understandings. Learn how to open to this transformation within you. Thanks for watching.